Hi everyone. Hope you did well on your Chapter 4 exam. When you're done with your exam, I want you to begin on your personal budget project worksheet. Now, this isn't due until you get 2 or 3 days to work on this, but you're also required to do a module along with when you're done with this. So make sure you're working diligently and getting it done on time and not rushing through it. This is supposed to be for you. I'm going to take you through it real quick and just kind of explain some of the things that you need to do on this. If you don't watch this video, you're going to be way behind, okay, on what you have to do, and it's probably going to most likely be wrong if you don't watch this video. So first off, I want you to choose an occupation. This is of utmost importance um, for you to choose something that you think you're going to do in your life or you have a general idea. I want you to find some of the wages on what you're going to do, how you're going to do it, so on and so forth. All right, so how much will you make per year after 5 years working? Salary per year. So what you're going to do is whatever job you pick. So I'm just going to use myself for a reference. I want to be a social studies teacher in Pennsylvania. Now, wherever you're going to work is going to depend on how much money you're going to make. It's going to depend on how much your monthly budget is going to be. So if I choose that I want to be a teacher in California, I'm going to get paid more, but everything else is going to cost more. And I want you to understand that as well. So you have to pick where you want to live as well and where you want to do these things. So I'm choosing Pennsylvania. I'm going to search on my thing, starting teacher salary for PA. So as it comes up here, the minimum starting pay for teachers has been at 18,500 across Pennsylvania. Almost a third of school districts have teachers earning salaries below 45,000. That's not very accurate. Uh, how much do Pennsylvania teachers make? Let's just go here. Starting out, perfect. The teachers who were just starting out earned 44,647. So I got that. Then that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use our starting salary because I want you to get as close as you can. So what I'm going to write here is I'm going to write 44,000, okay, $647, okay, and I'm going to go here. The next thing I'm going to do, okay, and I'm going to use, don't want to go into that exam there for you. I'm going to, let me see here. Let me download this real quick. I'm going to go to the smart assets, okay, because I need to find the taxes out of that, out of how much I'm making. So if you can remember, I right now am making 44,000, I believe, 44,647. So you go to this pay stub calculator, and what you do in here is I'm making 44,647. So I'm typing that in, and it's pretty easy. It's just going to give you exactly what it's going to spit out. So monthly, I'm going to take home $2,915. That's what I'm going to use for my monthly budget now on here. Okay, so I'm typing that in on my look into the future. I got 44,647. I'm typing in for my calculator. This automatically took out the taxes, 2915. I'm typing in 2915 here. I'm I'm not doing bi-weekly. We're doing a monthly budget, so it's pretty simple. That was able to calculate that. Um, if you typed in bi-weekly, it's just so you can see, because every 2 weeks you're going to get paid whatever you're going to get paid. And sometimes it's easier to do your monthly budget on 2 weeks. I get paid every 2 weeks. So if you wanted to do 2 weeks and then times that by two, you get the same amount. Okay, then you have to pick out the school you're going to go to. So I want you to look up literally the school you're going to go to. You're going to circle whatever you're doing and you're going to type in the school, North Carolina State University. And then you're going to look up the full amount it costs to go there. Okay, how much it costs to go there, tuition, and if you want to live on campus or whatever you're going to do, you're going to look up the full cost for everything. You're going to write down the full cost. You're going to divide that, you're going to times that full cost by 4. You're going to get something like $190,000. I'm going to be very generous to you, and I'm going to give you a half scholarship. So whatever you got by 4, you're going to divide that by 2, and you're going to write your debt in here. Okay, so you're going to write your full college student loan debt here. Okay, once you've got that, okay, your full college student loan debt, you divide that by 2. Because I'm giving you a full scholarship for college. You're going to copy and paste this student loan debt calculator now, okay? And you're going to go here, all right? And just say that we got So you're going to scroll all the way down, and your loan amount is going to be 80,000. Now let's see here. Okay, so you can't type any commas. It says 6.8 interest rate, so we're just going to use the interest rate it gives us. We're going to do it over 30 years because that's what most of us are going to be able to do. Loan fees, zero minimum payment. Minimum payment. Oh, what is your minimum payment going to be? So, just type in a random number at this point in time, $200 minimum payment. Your monthly loan payment for $80,000, which is very generous, is going to be $521.54 a month. So you have to calculate that into your monthly budget if you're going to go to a 4-year university. If you're going to a 2-year university and you can't pay for it, you have to calculate that as well. Make sure you're doing that. Your monthly debt for your student, my student loans, is $521. Finding a house wherever you want to live. All right, now go to Zillow.com and search for a home for sale. Zillow automatically calculates 20% down on the home in the mortgage calculator. Use the calculator and find a home that is no more than 33% of your budget. Now, which means your monthly salary times 33%. You cannot go over that number. So when you click on a home, if you scroll down, it will say like monthly costs. Okay, if you scroll down on the side, you click on that, and it will like actually spit you into a monthly calculator budget. So let's just go to Zillow, and I'll kind of show you Embro Real Estate right now. And say I am a teacher in Embro. So 33% of my teaching salary, okay, so if I go 44,000, okay, or I'm sorry, my, what was my projection for, I'm not real sure, but let's just use 44,647 times, or I'm sorry, 44,647 divided by 12 months, okay, times 33%. I cannot go over $1,227 payment for my home. So as I'm looking for real estate, I'm going to enter my address where I want to live, 16412 MPA. So let's just look at a house. Like I said, I can't go over $1,300 on a home. Let's see if I can get this one. Let's see what it's going to spit out if I have 20% down. And you see here as it goes across, I'm going to scroll over here, and there's a monthly cost section. Okay, so I'm sorry. Let's go here. Monthly cost. It's not cooperating. Estimated monthly cost, 1,511. This house is a little bit too expensive for me. It's not so far off where I can't do it. As you can see, it automatically puts a percentage down for me. Okay, as you can see, this is if I put $57,900 down and a 30-year fixed rate at a 2.8 interest rate, which the interest rates are really good. Probably won't be that good when you guys go to buy a home. So if I go anything under $57,900, because majority of the time, if I want to get this house, I'm gonna have to wait a long time to put down $57,000. Okay, that's going to cost a lot of me saving and budgeting. So I might not be able to do that. If you want to get a more accurate thing, you don't have to put 27,000 that down. You could put the minimum requirement is like 6%. Okay, and you can calculate that if you want, and you can see that's 17,000 down. But if you look at my payment went up to 1,850. I can't afford this. I have to go get something else. So I have to get a cheaper home, even though I wanted that home. Okay, let's try this one out for my first house. Okay, and a good way to get money, because houses are already appreciating, is to buy a starter home. So which most of you may have to do. Look, can I afford this one with 20% down? Absolutely. So let's just say I get this house. $534 is going into my paycheck. I found my house. Okay. Can't do over 33% of your budget, your monthly budget. So if my budget's $2,900, like it was around, I take $22,900 and I times it by 33%, and I get $957. That house cost me $530. I'm giving you 20% down on that mortgage calculator. We're pretending that you're getting 20% down. I can afford this. What does that mean to me? That means if I was able to go up to $957 with 33% of my salary, I can now do this and get and have from 957 minus 530. I have all that extra money I can play with, so I can move it around. Okay, so here's an example I gave you. let's say my monthly budget is 2,800. I times it by 33%, which it was around, which was basically mine. I cannot get a house mortgage for over $924. If I go over $924, I'm going to be house broke. You can go over this, but you're going to have to compensate somewhere else in your budget. Okay? So you tell me a little bit about your house, where's it cost? So if I went over that, then I have to compensate for my car. I have to kind of get a beater. Now you look for a car, there's car calculators everywhere. The average cost for a car, you cannot go over 12% of your budget. So I take 2,800, I times it by 12%, it's going to give me that amount. I cannot go over that. Okay, so once I've found all my stuff, I got my student loan debt, everything, I'm going to come down here to my budget. If it says adjustable, 33%, I'm allowing you to go over 33% if you want of your monthly budget. So remember my monthly budgets, I said I couldn't go over $924. Well, let's say I wanted a $1,200 home, okay, per month. I'm allowing you to be able to do that, but you're going to have to compensate in other places if you do that. All right. Now, here's a couple different things. You calculate of your monthly budget, 15% of your monthly budget, you divide it by 3, you split them up into your utilities, okay? Taking care of your home monthly upkeep of your house, adjustable $50. If your home's under 1,500 square feet, it's going to be $50 per month extra. If it's over 1,500 square feet, it's going to be $100 extra. Your automobile, whatever you paid for your automobile, like I said, it's adjustable. If you like an automobile in a smaller home, that's up to you. If you want a bigger home and a worse automobile, that's up to you as well. Your student loan debt cannot change. Whatever you put in for your student loan debt, when it says locked, you have to put in what you put. So it's locked. Insurance, 5 to 10%. If your home's over 1,500 feet and you are driving a car that's over 12%, I'm asking you to do 10%. All right. The base insurance here that I can kind of give you is around $200. So if you want to use $200 for this insurance, go ahead, use it. That's car and home included. That's about around what I pay for my insurance. Food adjusted. You have to figure out how much you're going to eat. Okay, so what it might not be a bad idea is for you to go to the Walmart online app and figure out and actually calculate a grocery list and see how much money it is for 2 weeks of you calculating groceries. Don't obviously get it for grocery pickup. That's kind of what we do. I spend about, my family, a family of 4, spends about $500 a month on food, about $250 every 2 weeks. So what are you going to do? Are you going to have, at this point in your life, you're going to be single, you're going to be with somebody else. If you're going to be with somebody else, you might want to calculate a little more. Cable, adjusted. You have to find a cable price. Go search for Dish, Network. If you're getting landline, Spectrum, what's that cost? You might be able to go through Roku, Apple TV. You're going to have to buy that outright, part of your monthly budget, okay? Internet, you have to find internet. Verizon, how much per month is internet? You want to find this online, you're going to write it what you got on there. Cell phone bill, everybody needs a cell phone bill. You might have to, in general, cell phone bill, call your mom or dad what they pay for you to be on their cell phone plan, or look up a cell phone bill if you think you can get a better deal and what kind of phone you want, write that in. Okay, so remember, we need a zero-based budget. So when I say zero-based budget, that means every dollar of your monthly budget has to be allocated to something. Okay, here's your savings account. If you haven't, okay, so hopefully you have money left over when you get down here. On the side, okay, on the side of your paper, you should be writing down, listing all of your stuff that you need to pay. Okay, so your food, your cable, your internet, your cell phone, and that should be coming out of your monthly budget. So if I had $2,900, I should be subtracting my house payment, my car payment, my internet, my cell phone, my cable, my food. Everything should be subtracted. Now I know how much money I have left over. If you're over, that is not good. You need to go back and look for a new house, look for a new car. Okay? I don't have much time here. So everything else needs to either be put into a savings account, or you need to save about 10%. And what I would like for you to do, save 10% of that monthly budget paycheck towards your Roth IRA, okay, or less than that, or 5%, and then put the rest in your savings account. Now, if you still have month and you want to get other things, these are all up to you. You don't need to buy these things, but they are up for you to get whatever you want. Like you want to go out to eat, so on and so forth, until you have $0 left over at the end. If you have any more questions, message me through Schoology. Have a good day, guys.